Hi guys, today is February 5th, 2021, and futures are pointing to a flat open, pretty much flat for S&P 500 and Dow, but Nasdaq futures are heavily in the red as people are still rotating from the growth stocks to so-called value stocks, and due to the economic recovery and potential reopen. Nasdaq stocks are suffering outflows at this point. But initial jobless claims came in 111,000 less than expected, which is good news. And durable orders came in almost three times more than expected. So that's very good numbers. Actually, GDP came in slightly below, but still we see that the economic recovery is in a good footing. Okay, so we'll continue to watch the Reddit trades like on stocks like GME, AMC, and COS and others, as the resurgence of these trades are capturing imaginations of the traders pretty much this morning. Okay, so but in general, good news on economic front, and Pfizer and BioNTech and Moderna is still looking for the new vaccine actually adjustments to fight the African strain of coronavirus. Okay, so let's jump to SPY ETF for S&P 500, and it looks to me that it's going higher actually, but it's not a bad idea to have some protection, like buy some puts or put spreads on SPY or QQQ. And QQQ is actually in the worse shape than SPY, and it's been struggling for the past couple of weeks, and actually it's down again today. And like I said, it's not a bad idea to have some kind of a protection on QQQ. But in general, I think these stocks will recover and will go higher, and it's a great buying opportunity for some of them. So now let's jump to stocks. And before we do that, if you want to see my trades on pretty much everyday basis, you can check out a link to my Patreon club in the description of this video. And drop me a like on this video if you could, as it helps me with the YouTube algorithm. So we'll start with Macy's. So Macy's shares, it's trading a flat pre-market, but it's been volatile in the past couple of days because they reported an adjusted profit, reported earnings and adjusted profit of 80 cents, well above 12 cents estimates, whose revenue also came in above forecasts, and comparable store sales fell less than expected. So in general, Macy's is a recovery trade to me, and could be an interesting opportunity to get into the stock at these prices, like $15, around $15 is not a bad idea to get into Macy's, even though they don't pay dividend anymore, and they used to pay like a heavy dividend, like 9% dividend, but right now, it's like in a recovery mode, and I think it's not a bad idea to get into the stock. I think it may go higher than $15. Okay, so interesting positioning for Macy's. CCIV. Okay, so CCIV had some news a couple of days ago. They announced that they will go finally. They announced the merger with the Lucid Motors, and they will go through this merger. And the stock tanked heavily on this day on the announcement, and like 35% drop, as you can see on the chart here. And it was overbought. It was heavily overbought all the time. And in general, it's Lucid Motors I consider to be a future of the automotive industry. And I think the company may compete actually with Tesla, but it was heavily overbought. It was trading around $60, which is pretty insane to me because, the merger is estimated to be at $24 billion, the combined value of this company. So pretty much they're coming in at $15 per share. So that means that they will have 1.6 billion shares. So if you want to estimate how much the company is worth, it's pretty much you have to multiply this price by 1.6 billion. Okay, so right now it's like what, like 47 billion right now. But just for comparison, I'm talking about around $29. But just for comparison, NEO is trading around $80 billion. And I'm not really comparing NEO and CCIV because NIO is an established company, and they have sales, but they only sell in China right now. And CCIV will supposedly will sell worldwide. And in general, I actually think that CCIV will reach the valuation of NIO eventually. But right now, under $30, I think it's a compelling buy to me. Actually, but it's a long-term buy. I mean, you don't expect it to be like jump to $100 like overnight. So, if you want to be a shareholder, that's a compelling buy to me. But you have to wait and take some pain along the way, maybe. Okay, AMC. Well, I have to mention this cohort. Actually, AMC, GME, BB, costs. I mean, all these stocks are rising heavily pre-market, and they've been rising a lot lately. Like in the past couple of days, I think maybe yeah, yesterday, GME stock jumped like 100% or something. But AMC actually had news, and AMC had news that the New York City will partially reopen its theaters on March 5th, so, which is good news. And looks like AMC, I mean, on the chart, looks good to me. I mean, it looks like it's going even higher than that. But GME stock, I mean, it's trading at $168, pretty much doubling yesterday's price, and yesterday it was up 100%. That's insane. I mean, that's insane. That's crazy. But in general, the shares jumped yesterday on the news, supposedly on the news that the CFO of GameStop is leaving the company, and the traders took it well. I don't know why, but it's like a sign of turnaround for the company. And usually, when CFO leaves the company, it's the bad news. But for GME, it's the great news. So it's in pretty much in 2 days, it's jumping from $40 to 170, $3 pre-market today. So it's a little crazy to me. I mean, I'm not buying it, but if I buy one of those stocks, I mean, it would be AMC. At least they have some news, and they look good on the chart. Actually, GME also look good on the chart, to tell the truth. But in AMC is my choice of if I have to choose between those among those companies. Okay, Moderna. Okay, so Moderna shares are higher pre-market, and they actually reported pretty good report, quarterly report, and they said that they will have 18.4 billion in COVID-19 sales this year alone, and okay, but the loss was wider than expected for them, and the shares are trading higher, and I would be buying Moderna on this news because I think. In general, the stock will go higher, and I think it pulled back a lot since the. I mean, it's basically trading up and down, but it pulled back recently a lot, and I think it's a good opportunity to get in into Moderna under $150. Okay, another vaccine stock is Autoimmune. That's an interesting company because it's trading pretty more low, in my opinion. And Autoimmune reported earnings and small and expected loss, but the main thing that it reported is started phase 1 clinical trial of their intranasal vaccine candidate, COVID-19 candidate. And if this trial is successful and they go further, I mean, stock has a lot more gains to go. Okay, to a lot more gains to come, and it could be a very good opportunity to get into the stock because if they report good news on this. Phase 1 COVID-19 development, I mean, stock may double pretty much. So, interesting company and good stock, and I think it's worth a shot. It's risky, but it's worth a shot. Nvidia. Okay, so Nvidia reported spectacular earnings. Not good, but spectacular. With already high expectations, they beat those high expectations, and they reported $3.10 versus $2.81 expected. Revenue topped 5 billion for the first time ever, and gave very strong guidance. But during the conference call, the CEO Jensen Huang said that cryptocurrency mining is not going to be a big part of the company's business, and the stock immediately dropped after that. And I don't understand what people are thinking, but Nvidia is a buy to me, a very strong buy to me on this pullback. And I mean, if they get their ARM Holdings acquisition approved somehow through the regulators, I mean, the stock will double, literally double. But even without that, it's a very strong company, and I would be buying Nvidia on this pullback. Okay, FSR. Fisker. Okay, so Fisker shares were jumping yesterday and on a deal with Foxconn Technologies, and Foxconn is a known Apple supplier and very well known Apple supplier, and the people took it well. I mean, if it's good enough for Apple, it's good enough for Fisker. So Fisker shares are going higher. It's a little bit overbought for me, but I think if it drops like close to low 20s, I would be jumping into Fisker. And finally, LB, Limited Brands. Limited Brands is is trading higher. It's the parent of the Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works, and they reported really good numbers: $3.03 versus $2.91 expected, and comparable store sales for Victoria's Secret were up 10%, for Bath and Body Works were 22%, and I think the shares will go higher, and I would be buyer of L Brands. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you Monday.